35 floors up, right in the heart of Brisbane City. We've got a great install for you today, and Jenessa is going to run you through the entire process. Welcome to Foxy TV episode 75. In this week's episode, Jenessa will be taking us through an install that we did today, Friday the 7th of August 2020, right there on Queen Street, right there on the river. She's going to take us through stock selection, the install day, and of course we're going to have a look at the end result. Let's kick things off with Jenessa explaining what accessories and furniture she is going to use.
So before each job, Jake will send through a stock list to Phoebe that's got the pack. We've got a couple of pack-ups coming up before we're installing this on Friday, as well as what's currently in the warehouse. So when we go through the furniture list, one of us will have that list on our phone, the other one will have the pictures of the actual job. So I did the consult yesterday, and so took some videos, took lots of photos and got a feel for what the size was. And then, yeah, so we collaborated on what would work best for the space. So it's a 2-bedroom unit, but we're only going to do the one. But other than that, we've kind of been given free rein, which is awesome. It's more of an angled property, so there are some odd angles in the room. So that kind of works with, like, we've got a round dining table going in instead of a rectangle or a square, just because we want to make sure there's enough flow for open homes and that it's not going to look poxy in the space. It's an inner city apartment, so we've gone for something that's a little bit trendy, whether it's going for young professionals or an investor, that kind of thing. So we've gone for a black, white and natural. With the furniture, we kind of establish a tone that we're going to play. My next step, some of us, we all, I think Phoebe does a different cast, a little bit. I go to artwork, so I have made a pile of artwork for the boys. And so because we're going quite trendy, I've gone more black and white. So I've got kind of more trendy pieces this is for the living dining space. Then I've got this one as a spare. I like to take up a couple of spares, that way we don't have to come back and we've got everything that we need, as well as a couple of pieces that are coming from one of our pack-ups tomorrow. So I start with artwork, and then I go upstairs and I look at cushions for the living spaces and start on accessories. What we try to do is establish our furniture first. That way we know what kind of coffee table settings, dining settings, the size-wise that we'll need, so everything's in proportion with each other. So because it's quite trendy, I've played on more textures. So we've got the wood, we've got some woven. They come into the buckets that we have down here. They've got lots of bubble wrap, that way it's all protected. All of our accessories, they go in the car with the stylist on the job. But the linen, that is across the other warehouse, and our artwork, it's all labeled and that goes on the truck. So they protect it all there, and we just have to transport this. It's actually on Queen Street, so right in the heart of Brisbane, which I love them because they always have fantastic views, but within the city, we are on level 35. So views of the Story Bridge and of the river, which is really lovely. But with the inner city installs comes some logistics. So making sure lifts are booked, they're padded. So luckily, this is all done for us. So I did it on the consult date yesterday, so it's all booked, ready to go. They'll pad it for us ready, and double checking loading docks.
With everything planned, the next step was to load the truck with everything that was going to be used at the install. On this occasion, this happened the afternoon before install day. Now, we're not going to cover how Russ and Cam load the truck. If you've got specific questions around that, let us know in the comments or send us a message, and maybe we will cover that in a future episode. Car is packed, truck is packed, let's go to install day.
So we're here at Queen Street on install day. So what usually happens for us at Foxy is the stylist, lead stylist, which in this case today it's me, will come anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes before the boys. That way we can get all of our stuff up first. So we bring an install box, bring the steamer and all the accessories. That way we can lay it all out, and then once they get here, we just put it on the furniture. So then after that, we check access and make sure it's all good for the boys. Loading docks are clear, that sort of thing. This is a high-rise apartment, so we made sure the lift was all booked and it was locked off. That way it's just easier for them. And then once they arrive, they bring in all of our linen, our furniture, our our artwork. But for an inner city apartment, this one's gone really smoothly. We're lucky that today's client lives interstate, so she's entrusting us to look after it all for her, but it's come out really nice. So you'll be able to see that we've gone kind of a trendy feel for the place. Not super colourful, but played on textures and that sort of thing. It is in a city and it's probably going to go to like a young professional, that sort of thing, so playing towards that.
How often do you find that you usually swap pieces on install day?
Not too often. We kind of know that when we do a consult, if there's a tricky layout, if there's tricky access, if it's a really big one, then we'll bring options because we know that's where they may come in. But today's, we knew it was pretty straightforward. So we could see on the consult day where everything would fit. We knew the layout and we knew how it all works. So we were lucky that we didn't need backups today. I usually do bring up backup accessories and artwork and that sort of thing, but today we didn't need backup furniture.
Okay, the bed has been steamed, the artwork has been hung. Let's have a look at the end result. So a great install to end the week on. That's Foxy TV for this episode. We'll see you back here next week.